Hello, fellow watchers and Strictly enjoyers. Ash and Piggy here for Strictly Speaking, episode 5. This edition of
And
Strictly
5.1.
And 5.1. We're combining them in together as if you couldn't tell. Well, I missed Strictly Live because I went out to see a local wrestling show for the first time in my life. Great fun, bit weird, quite anxious, but it was pretty good. I also just went out on a couple walks as well. Look at me, taking my health seriously. Not like I've got any reason. I could just sit on my ass for the next 5 years and probably be fine. But reached a point where I should go, if I am in the house all day, maybe I should actually leave sometimes. How about that? Crazy.
Yeah, because
Crazy thing.
just to pull back the curtain here and just shoot at Ash, brother. I just meant, Ash, could we please change the time we record from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.? Like, nope, no. But you could go for a walk. We're changing it to 12 to half 12. Get in, son. I can sleep on for an extra hour.
Exactly.
I just also want to mention, I probably mentioned in the news release, just the fucking reaction I got when he went, we're recording news on Friday. No, you're watching Everton and Coronation Street. I'm not doing that. My contract states, brother, I get a Friday off.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had a day off. It's probably my birthday at this point. And
yesterday. Hold on here, you fucking.
Yeah, yesterday wasn't that much of a holiday though. I spent half the time shitting myself about going to a fucking wrestling show. That one doesn't count.
You're not in America. When you go to America and see a wrestling show, you get attacked, sure, but you're in fucking England.
Yeah.
Who's gonna attack you in England over a fucking wrestling show?
I'm not just gonna be attacked. I'm scared of my anxiety fucking having a panic attack in the middle of the fucking room.
No, it's understandable, but it's just who would attack someone at a local indie fucking
I'm not
super PG
to get
wrestling?
attacked.
What are you expecting?
Nothing, just anxiety and all that, you know.
Ah, right. Just like I'm just saying, for anyone who's like,
Piggy doesn't think anxiety exists, and
don't worry, I do have anxiety. It's just I'm more like, well, am I with friends doing this? Yes. Then what's the point of being anxious?
I was by myself.
Just grab a pint. Yeah. Where compared to me all in, I'm fucking around Ferg and his girlfriend and his brother, and I never went to a wrestling event by myself. Go to the cinema by myself.
Yeah.
And then all the people across me go, look at that fucking loser in the cinema by himself. Look.
Yeah.
Can I just eat my fat? Can I just eat my popcorn and be fat?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I also got this new jacket. It's pretty sweet. It's also woolly inside. Whoa.
I can put this back on.
This is the most farmer town Halloween like autumn jacket I've ever known in my life. Look at this fucking thing. Whoa. It's very comfy. It's very lovely.
Love this here. Yeah, but we have to record a horror film after this. So I guess we stop talking shite and we get here for everyone's favourite Bazam! And get straight to the dance.
Exactly. Yeah, essentially this episode's going to be a bit different, as obviously I missed the show when it came out, and I'm not saying I'm not watching strictly all 2 hour 10 minutes of it when it's not live. But I'm fucking not watching 2 hours and 10 minutes. There's 90 seconds of dancing, and it goes on for 2 hours. I like the show, I do, but I ain't watching that fucking when it's not live.
Yeah. I just want to say the conversation we had where I was like, so are we watching the 2 hours? Do you want to watch 2 hours? Yeah, we're watching it on YouTube. Let's go. Fuck off.
Yeah, because I was just like, what are we doing later? Yeah, we'll just watch the clips. You should probably just watch the real show. Do you want to watch the fucking show? No, you fucking don't.
So you're ready to watch the clips, Ash? Well, you're the one who said we're watching the full show. No, I did not. I don't recall that. Is it stated in the rule book?
Like, it's not really a detractor from Strictly, but let's be honest, we all know that it's a very filler heavy show. There's 14, 13 dancers now, and 90 seconds. Yeah, like, come on now.
Just want to say, because it's like 90 seconds of dancing, but before that you get the prelude about, here's Jeff and Annie, here's their kids, Sonny and Tommy.
Here's them going through all this, blah, 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 here we go, like
And then they do the dances, and then they go, "Oh, that was fucking emotional. My gran just died. She loved a Cocoa Banana. She loved that song."
And then Shirley gives it a 10.
Yeah, and then they go upstairs, and the judges are like, "Did you like that dance? I love that dance. My gran loved it." Then the judges go,
Look at my gran. She's in the audience right now. You just said she was dead. She's in the audience right now.
It's just a massive coffin, just stood up. Just like,
your thoughts. It's just silence. Yeah,
it's a voice box. Hello.
Like, I'm sure a lot of people love like the extravagance of Strictly, but ultimately, if it's not live, I'm not fucking catching up. You know? Like, come on now, let's be real. I covered the soap week as well before this, mate. I'll need a break. So ultimately, this is what you're getting. So maybe my critiques aren't gonna be as like, you know, as kind of wanky this week, but there'll be enough, you know, for the very devout members of you that actually like the Strictly content.
And finally, if people want to know, Piggy, did you take notes? Do you want the long answer, guys? No. Do you want the short answer? No.
Exactly.
So,
Piggy likes to do stuff off the cuff.
Yeah, I didn't take notes this week.
If Piggy somehow had an option to be able to review Strictly without actually having to watch Strictly, Piggy'd be like, yep, I know what's going on. Yep, exactly.
True. Like, yeah.
But there
How would you give that dance, Peggy? We'll go to you first. What do you think of the dance? 8. What do you think, Peggy? 8.5.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's like how...
don't need to give Piggy any excuse to be a little bit lazier.
It's just like how I'm like, Ash, do you want me here for the Hollyoaks at Emmerdale News? And he's like, no. I'm like, come on, it'd be funny. Just me sat there like, yeah, this is fun.
I'm helping, you know. Just fucking sat there saying nothing. But yeah, let's fucking preamble aside. It's Strictly Speaking episode 5, so let's get into the dances.
5.1.
5.1, 5. It's just 5, let's be honest. There's no 0.1.
5.5.
We aren't a part of the Dewey Decimal System. Imagine if the judges had 0.5s in there. Whoa. 0.69. Yes, get in there. Sexy Graziano. Ellie and Vito danced the samba to Copacabana by obviously Barry Manilow. Last week I was thinking, I'm like, man, there's got to have been a fucking there's maybe not a samba, but there's got to have been a dance to fucking Copacabana. Yeah, someone's got to have done a dance to Barry Manilow, and they fucking did it. Oh, gold.
Yeah, like someone I was watching. I don't know the TikToker, but I was watching him pretending to be his mom, like because people do skate spread pretending to be a parent.
Yes.
And it was just him. It was like, yeah. I was singing "It's a Coke and a Spanner" for years. Coke. Have a Coke and a Spanner. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why that buckled me. I don't know why.
That's yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I don't have anything to say to that. A part of me's disgusted. A part of me's like, you know what? You've earned the laugh. Fair play. It's dumb enough. But yeah, so essentially this dance was, I believe it was the first dance of the night. If the order's fucky, we watched it on the playlist on the YouTube channel. So ultimately they fucked it up. It's not our fault. I thought it was a very strong dance to kick off the night. I wrote another great performance by Ellie. You can tell that she definitely likes the more upbeat, like fiery dances, and that she really wants to do well. Like, a lot of people are there just to get the fucking money, like, oh, Jesus, gotta do this performance. She's like, I want to fucking win. You know, good footwork, good form, just very strong dance. A lot of people do struggle with, because obviously the samba's very, like, kind of like hippie and very, like, bouncy a dance. And a lot of people struggle to have, like, a natural rhythm, like a rhythmic bounce and, like, a rhythmic kind of, like, energy to them. But Ellie pulled it off quite well. I gave it 7. What did you give it, Piggy?
Do you know what you were saying, Uptown?
Yeah.
I was getting flashbacks to yesterday because in my town people do karaoke and they do like singing on the streets.
Girl.
Yeah, they were you know, to get money. So like there was this woman. She had headphones on. She had a karaoke machine, and she was like, "Uptown girl," and then just you hear Billy in the background going, "I've been living in a
Yeah, just fucking.
Uptown World. Like, she wasn't singing the song because she was half singing it, and then the red, like, she'd be like, "Guys, you give me money," and then fucking like, Billy Joel just take over, and I'm like, but yeah, that was just my story about yesterday. It was so fucking funny. My dad tried his best to invite her. He was like, "Nope, nope, nope, nope,
Yeah,
nope."
yeah, it's just the way to do.
So I gave this dance a 6 out of 10.
My favorite, honestly, my favorite one of those clips is the one where the guy's singing "Summertime Sadness," but it's pissing down with rain, and he's got this really like raspy kind of like, "I'm feeling summertime sadness," and he looks miserable. It's pissing down. He's like, "Fuck." That video just buckles me to no end. It got a 28 from the judges.
Can I just say, no one does it anymore, but you know what I need? I know it's only a thing in films, but I need to see it in reality. I need to see the boyfriend trying to get the girlfriend back with the boom box playing fucking Wonderwall. Just today is gonna be the day.
Babe, it's our favourite song. Lick it now, lick it good, lick this pussy just like you should. That's right, lick it good. My neck, my back. And she's like, she starts like fucking. What's the fucking throwing it back, you know? Lick it good.
Just through the window, just bopping along.
Is that someone mooning? Nah, they're twerking in the window. Bloody hell, Doris. Jesus, this podcast unhinged. All right, next up we have Annabelle and Johannes. They do a jive to "Feel It Still" by Portugal the Man. Obviously, the song that was used in a Microsoft advert, and that kind of launched them into their little indie fame. Good band.
Never heard of them.
You know, disappointed. Get your head out the 2000s. You weren't born yet, loser.
I was born in all three, I'll have you know, so I technically was born.
Yeah, but you're not 2 years old going. That's Chili Peppers, not even your band. Not even mine, really. Yes. You would hope that by week 5, you'd hope that by week 5 Annabelle would have good fundamentals. You can tell that, you know, we're at that time in the competition where they've been dancing for 5 weeks now, so they've done a lot of the repetitions. They're a lot more used to it. It's no longer like, what are we doing? Fuck, you know, it's not the first time they've probably not done a jibe before, but they've probably done a quick step, you know, they've probably done a Charleston, you know, very footwork heavy dances. So, you know, you can tell that she is getting much better. And at the end, they both hit a cartwheel, which is quite impressive. But the main issue with Annabelle is she's just like your mum dancing. Like, there's nothing particularly special about her. And that sounds really fucking harsh. But, like, you can tell that she wants to be, like a showstopper. Like, oh, my God, you fucking see Annabelle? You know, she did a cartwheel. Like, you can tell that she really wants to be, like, one of the, like, big dogs. But ultimately, she's just, like, she's good. She's alright. But once again, as the weeks go, we slowly see that some people are elite in this competition and some people are just mid. And Annabelle is just mid. Nice to hear "Feel It Still." The one thing that buckled me about the vocals is the vocals sound like it was being sung by a guy going through puberty. It's like, woo! I'm like, oh, fucking hell. I'm a rebel just for kicks now.
Oh, I've heard that song. Yeah, I've heard that song.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Everybody has.
I'm probably confusing Annabelle for the guy who's on a Ben Mitchell account set off Amanda.
Yes.
Yeah, but Amanda's the one with the shift views.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that, Annabelle. You're not a horrible person who doesn't think people shouldn't exist how they want to be.
I mean, she might. Let's be honest.
She might, but the past. But is there proof from like 20 years ago that
the best funny bit is when in the preparation they showed a video of Annabelle, and it was like her son who just like took a film and she's like going through the steps, and you just see him there, just like, whoa. You fucking seeing this shit, like? I mean, she's a tennis player, absolute Tory looking motherfucker. But
you know it's the poor, then heathens,
the plebs,
Them scumbags down in lower class.
But
Fucking
yes,
disgusting.
it was a funny video though, even if I called him a Tory and her a Tory, but
Probably
who
is a
cares,
Tory.
really? I mean, I don't know. She was a woman's player back in the day. You know, it's not like they're making the money they do now. But hey, celebrity at this point, so who the fuck knows? Probably in the media, getting some fat ass fucking day rates. Love it. Regardless, got 5 from me, 29 from the judges. What did you give it, Piggy?
I give it a 4. Not that good.
Yeah, there we are.
Good tennis player.
I like tennis, but I don't like tennis that much.
I only like tennis for the funny noises. It's just fucking hate the ball. It boggles me all the time. That's why I watched tennis during the lockdown. Just
yeah, just oh, just like both. Oh, perfect.
It's like a turtle or a tortoise having sex. Like
yeah, for a second I was gonna ridicule you, but with the sheer enjoyment that you actually took from it, like, you know, we've all laughed at the tennis making noises, but I've not laughed that hard at tennis people making noises in about 15 years. So good fun. Next up we have Jody and Javita doing a salsa to Samba de Janeiro. That song, it's a very like popular like football song is where I remember it from. Like World Cup kind of times, you know, probably while in South Africa, honestly. If I had to guess. Or Shakira.
The only one I know. Yeah, the only one I know is the Shakira one.
Lole, lole, lole. Lole, lole. Lole, lole, lole. Yeah, there we are. My notes simply say, Jody's fucking gone. He's so gone this week. And I wrote the best part of his dance was his shirt getting ripped open. He's looking juicy in the old midsection. He's got hell of a body on him. Too bad he can't dance.
See, my comment I was going to make, I can't make because he only has one leg. I was going to say he dances like he only has one leg, and then I realised, wait, he only has one leg. And I'm like, fuck, think of something else, Becky, think of something else. He's an alright dancer, but it is like he has 2 left legs.
There we are, that's the way to say it. Yeah, essentially, this dance, you know how Angela Scanlon Rippon? I don't remember. The old one
Yeah,
that we all love.
The 79-year-old.
You know, Kai choreographs the dance to go around her, usually. And that's how she became so like, wow, you're really good. Because she just stood there and just went, boom! And you're like, oh my god, perfect. And see, I think Javita tried to do that with Jody this week, but ultimately, he was cheeks. That's just simply saying. Absolute cheeks.
He was absolute cheeks.
Absolute fucking cheeks, leak.
Something I want to add. I'm doing the fucking nerd. Actually, I'll have you know. Something I want to add is the fact that what was I trying to think of? It's the fact that on the next show, the sequel show, he absolutely fucks it near the end. He's he's basically like, yeah, come on,
he's just like dead. he fucks up, he misses timing, and then just fucks up even more.
Yeah, no, like there's nothing wrong with fucking up, but like I understand the pressure that would be there.
He's a fucking athlete. He should be good at dealing with pressure. That's his whole shtick.
No pressure.
He's a fucking Olympian.
Pressure down on me.
But yeah, I just wrote, Jody did the square root of fuck all. Mediocre dance, and he was garbage. 2 from me, 19 from the judges. What did you give it, Piggy?
I'll give it a 3.
Let's go one higher. Love it. Next up, we have Eddie and Karen doing an American Smooth to Sex Bomb, obviously by the Welsh fucking legend Tommy Jones. whatever that is. Just take it as you leave it. I like how most Welsh people have normal names, but they just say it very stupid. All right, Nige. He's just Nigel, isn't he? He's just Nigel. Hello, Nige. Fucking hell, come on now.
To be fair, Irish people do that as well.
Hello. Yeah, fucking Siobhan. Fucking Shobin. Shobin. I don't know how the fuck it's said. Wankers, a lot of you.
Now, controversial opinion, and I know the IRA are going to carb on me.
Jesus.
But
why is it got?
Why are we called Irishmen if we speak English? We should be called Englishmen, not Irishmen.
Yeah, but there's a lot of. I mean, as clearly a Welshman, by birth, I'd say it would be horrible to be called English.
I take the compliment. Are you Irish? No, I'm Northern Irish. Leave me alone. I fucking care from you. Get out of my sight.
In a video game in Minecraft.
I'm a Protestant. You don't fuck with Protestants.
Yeah, Eddie and Karen have a bit of... I'm not saying I don't think they vibe with each other very much, but I don't think they really fit together too well. The first part of the dance is this very slow, in a hold type dance where it's a bit more like ballroom type dancing, and Eddie's just fucking shit at ballroom dancing. A lot of the energy he has, like, oh, I'm doing the hips, baby, I'm shimmying, woo! A lot of that stuff, it just doesn't come through with the ballroom stuff, because he's just like, oh, I'm gonna stay in tune, oh, I'm stiff, oh, bloody hell, don't go over there, oh, no. Like, I don't know, man. Like, one person later on shows a very, like, important part of ballroom, and that's with having a very good frame, where if you're good at ballroom dancing, you will look fucking huge. I know it sounds stupid, but, like, if you have a really strong frame, you will look physically imposing. Because you're just like, fucking hell. It's like, holy shit, and massive. And just Eddie in these situations with the ballroom stuff, he's just not good. It's just not his strong suit. And obviously it goes into a bit more of like an energy thing. But, like I said, obviously the fucking 10 he got from Shirley was a bit of the fucking interference going on. This is for the family. This is all the people who've got to migrate from Africa to be here, to be a comedian. Yeah. It's like, okay. Yeah, he's a 10. Come on now, that's unreasonable. He's just not that good a dancer. He's not going to last that much longer in the competition. But if they want to make him stay there, they have to make him do some more energetic stuff. You know, do the hips, get a good samba, get a good tango, you know. Do some of this, maybe, you know, paso doble, you know, just to kind of show off that you can be as stiff as you fucking want in a paso doble, but that's just called doing the fucking dance. So yeah, I gave it a 4. Holy shit, I called him a one-trick wonder. Fucking hell, I was out for blood and knees. Well, it's just he does the big energy thing, and that's all he's got. Doesn't add anything else, and he got a 24 from the judges. What did you give it, Piggy?
A 1. That's it. Just a 1. He's so shit. He made me remember nothing. Like, sometimes I remember maybe, oh, this dancer had a sexy dress on. This dancer had good leg work. He fucking, like, I'm sat here just like, where the fuck?
That, like, TV static just fucking...
There's a fucking monkey in my brain just clapping, like, the fucking cymbals.
But yeah, it was probably one of his least interesting dances so far. Like, you know, because a lot of people have stepped up now. A lot of people have gone, shit, I'm on Strictly. Fucking hell. Who knew? You know I was on Strictly. Nah, mate, no. Like, they're fully taking this opportunity as much as they can. So a lot of people have improved, but fucking Eddie's just...
Can I just say, to date this podcast, I hope we don't get sniper wolfed by someone, but they just dogs our house and try to have an interaction with us at like 12:30 at night.
That's wonderfully... Yeah, what are you doing that for?
Because I feel like Eddie would do it to us.
What's? I mean, he seems like a sound lad. He's not gonna.
He might. I don't know.
I'd be upset if he heard this now. He's a lovely man. He's just not a very good dancer. Fuck off. Amanda and Giovanni dancing the foxtrot to Everywhere. Oh no, a foxtrot dancing to Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac. A song that I forgot was a Fleetwood Mac song, but I also remember I'm adding that to the cheeky playlist. There we are. It's lovely, professional. Get that fucking thing in there. Excuse me, sorry. I had to fucking scarf up the food before anything else happened. I was like, food's ready. You ready to record? But I was trying to take notes. It was a mess. Obviously, foxtrots are much slower dancers, a lot more holds, a lot more form. I wrote technically quite sound, was decent, but every time I see a smug grin, I remember that she's a massive turf. Like, I'm not saying it's always obviously this isn't gonna turn into a you're wrong if you think like this. But it's just my personal opinion. I don't want Piggy to say something ridiculous now. So rein it in. But it's just essentially if you make a point and then go, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I'm just saying we need to have a conversation about it. It's always gonna go bad. It's always gonna go bad. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but here we go.
See, my stance on it is you could be a massive turf, but just acknowledge the existence of people. Because it is quite literally like if you don't acknowledge the Holocaust to me. It's where you go, doesn't exist, never happened, that's it. It's the exact same people where people go, yeah, trans people don't exist, they're created by the Chinese, they created the pandemic. Shut up, you're wrong. That's where I kind of stand. You have to acknowledge that some people don't feel comfortable in their body. Sure, you don't have to accept it. I'm not force-feeding you to accept it. You don't have to accept it. Gladly, you can fucking complain about a trans woman. I don't give a shit. But just acknowledge that she doesn't feel comfortable when she was a male. But gladly, if you want to fucking say that she's worse than Kim Jong-un, go ahead. Go fucking ahead. I'm not going to stop you.
It's always interesting to see the internet where a lot of people have their big stickling points where, they can be the most progressive fucker, but like the vaccines, like, no, don't you fucking... It's like, why are we at a point where some people are so open-minded and then about certain issues, it's suddenly like the fucking your family was stabbed by a group of insert whatever thing you hate. Ultimately, Amanda's a good dancer. She's a really good dancer, and I'll give her all the credit in the world. She's really good. But, just shut the fuck up about it. just don't follow a bunch of turf pages, don't fucking be like, I was taken off Facebook because a bunch of Twitter people try to cancel me. It's like, just accept that you've got a different take. And don't act like you're being fucking... Just accept what it is. You don't like the trans issue. That's fine. I personally say, do a bit of reading first. Figure out. Remember that people are people. And people are humans. Don't demonize it as a fucking... you are disgusting. Because it's not. It's definitely not.
But if you're gonna,
I suppose just ultimately, just accept it, right? Just go, yes, I don't like trans people, fine. But
see,
don't act like you're a fucking martyr because you've been taken off of Twitter. Be like, who the fuck cares? Nobody cares about your Twitter. You're paid to be You're paid to be other people. You're paid to act as other people. It's why that's why I always so I was like, do you agree with this opinion? Random actor. Why are we asking them about their opinions? They're paid to be other people. Literally. Just grow up. No one cares about what Chris Pratt thinks about the gays. He just plays funny guy in the movie.
See, where I stand on this, if you're going to be a massive racist, like I am, of course I'm joking, I'm not a massive racist. I accept
He's just
all
Irish.
Yeah, I'm just Irish.
It's part and parcel.
Like, the Chinese make a great spice back, I'll tell you that. But if you're going to be racist, homophobic, transphobic, fucking Holocaust denier, massive Nazi, do it in your own time. Don't go online and spread your opinion.
Just
do it, like, go up to your dad and go, Dad, do you know what I think? Or what do you think? I think the Holocaust isn't real. All right, fine. Tell your dad. Don't go online and go, Johnny, what do you think of this?
Just don't spread the hate, essentially.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck if you have these dodgy views, but just don't try make everybody believe that your view is right, because some people may disagree. Simply.
And then it's like there was the shout out the fucking the penguin guy, Charlie, I think his name is, the guy who wears the white shirt. Basically there was an angry Redditor, right? And this Redditor got upset about a female. She's kind of annoying, kind of like that's her main goal. She's supposed to be annoying. So you go, why am I watching this? She's supposed to intrigue the insert celebrity she's supposed to watch. So this Redditor just simply pointed out, who watches this? The white guy responded, bro, you like Hot Wheels. Obviously saying that you like Hot Wheels, I like this. We're two different people. But this Redditor didn't take exception to that. He went, so what, I like Hot Wheels. I like real cars. And the man goes, no, but you like toy cars. Then a wrestling fan jumped in. And then he responded, I'd rather be a fucking Hot Wheels collector than be a wrestling fan. And I'm like, you're just doubling down on your opinion. You've basically lost the argument, but you're going to continue losing the argument the further and further you dig. That's the problem with people online, is they want to divide people instead of uniting people. We rather fucking talk about, should Johnny be allowed into the women's bathroom if he has a massive cock? Rather than, what is the real issues at hand? There's fucking wars going on that people sit behind and force people, young men, to go out and fight for when the dictators don't want to go out and fight for themselves. But no, we're supposed to sit here and think, what do you think of Amanda having a fake pussy? What is your real opinion on that? Who gives a shit? There's fucking day about someone's genitals. Do you know how fucking stupid you sound? You sound so fucking ludicrous that you care so much about someone's private parts, about a hate crime that might merely happen, where a trans woman might rape a woman. Merely, that might happen. The chance of that happening is like me doing a Chinese impression. It's slim to none. And it fucking annoys me that we rather focus on all these fake issues that don't need to be addressed. But yeah, we have to acknowledge these ones, simply because Rishi Sunak said a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and everyone went, yeah, Rishi, there's a fucking global crisis going on in your country. Brexit is in a massive fucking rust, and you're folks saying a man is a man, a woman is a woman. Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit.
I think it's even more impressive because a lot of these people give a shit about a lot of these things, but suddenly, Saudi Arabia is buying my favorite media product. This is great for the scene. It's like they kill people. They're one of the biggest human rights violators ever. But suddenly, because they bought something you like, it's suddenly fine. It's not fine. Get angry about this.
No, Ash, I'll have you know they're based. Killing gay people is the right thing to do. Killing innocent women who want to learn is actually the right thing to do. I'll have you know.
Oh, a bunch of fucking.
I'm being sarcastic.
A bunch of fucking Ethiopians coming to the border. Well, it's like they're violating so many human rights. They're actively engaging in war with places. These are the issues that are more important. The conflict in Israel, pretty fucking scary, right? You know, the war in Ukraine, all pretty big important issues, but you're suddenly giving a shit because you want somebody at the doors to check if they've got a pussy or a dick. Like, it's such a non-issue.
It's
like people complaining about the vaccine. It's like people complaining about all these fucking things. They don't matter. They only matter to you and your little echo chamber. Just grow the fuck up and realize that there are worse things happening out there.
It's like, I'm not going to name her name, but it's like someone complained about the Ukrainians coming into this country taking our jobs. And I'm like, right, let's take a seat back here. Half of Ireland emigrated to America to build America. So there is nothing wrong with a Ukraine person coming into this country because our entire fucking nation is about accepting people from different cultures. The entire point of Ireland is to unite everyone, not fucking going, well, he's Asian, he's not allowed in, he's Chinese, he's not allowed in, he's trans, he's not allowed in. No, in Ireland's song, it states that every man from across sea, every man, woman, trans, gay, lesbian, so forth, is allowed into our country, no matter who they are. And whoever leaves the country is allowed to leave the country. It just winds me up. No, all these people think that the trans is a problem, gay is a problem. It's pushing an agenda when the only agenda you're pushing is heterosexualism, saying that a nuclear family is the way to go, where it has to be a man, a woman, a dog, a child, and they live happily ever after. The husband goes to work, the mom lives at home. You fucking beat your wife, slap her on the ass, give her an out punch. You didn't make that lasagna correct. No. There can be multiple families. There can be multiple fucking families. I'd rather have a family with a gay guy or a trans woman. I don't want to have a family with a heterosexual woman. She's not going to be fun. She's going to be as boring as fucking plain butter sandwiches.
I just laugh at it. Like, the fucking... Mate, who can point out a lasagna and be like, fuck it out. There's too much spice in this. What? But yeah, let's just, obviously we have our opinions, but I'm not going to say that my opinion is fucking 100% correct. I've got my biases. I've got my background. That's all that comes into this. And I'm not trying to tell you that you should believe a certain way, because like I said, we're all individuals. Like, I believe that, I'm not... I feel like most people are in a state where they kind of go, oh, you have to fully believe this 100%. And it's like, just because you like you like bacon and you like sausage, both very delicious, but both very kind of different in its own little way. Imagine if you have a bit of bacon and a bit of sausage and you fucking mesh it together. You don't just have to go, no, we don't fucking eat sausage in here. We're bacon only. It's like, you can have both sides. You can look at both sides and make a conclusion. Don't just go, we hate the gays. Yeah, we hate the gays. It's like, have your own fucking opinion, for fuck's sake.
Again, I don't want to divulge it any further, but if you're going to be hateful, do it in private. Don't do it online, because you're fighting against incels who will agree with you on anything. I can literally go online and say that I'm a massive Tory racist. I hate the trans, I hate the gays. And there'll be about 500 lads online who are big, fat, overweight fuckers who care more about someone's genitals than they do about their own hygiene, going, yeah, I agree with you, Piggy, you're based. Go get a real job. Get a real job.
A bunch of
Focus
Brexit
on something
geezers.
more important. Yeah. Fucking winds me up.
Yeah, it's just
fuck you, Amanda.
Simply say, yeah, like you're a high profile woman, a high profile actress. Maybe spend your time building stuff up. Do a bunch of women's rights stuff, Work on the feminism stuff. Campaign for women's rights. Campaign for equality with women and men. Maybe don't just hit down at a demographic of people who are horrendously oppressed and are struggling to barely get rights, essentially.
Yes.
Like,
because they're...
Do feminism. Try and get rights for women. It's not
right, I'm not gonna...
Like, it's not like women are being taken over by the trans agenda. Like, the demographics are, like, fucking down here. They're all the way up here. Yes, there are issues that need to be addressed, but this isn't the fucking way.
Right, I will say, now, I'm not going to say, listen to Piggy, he is right, but don't listen to me. But let's just look at a diagram here. Let's just pretend I have a diagram right behind me. So we're looking at all the communities in the world. I'm telling you, out of trans, gay, bisexual, lesbians, they make up a small percentage. Heterosexualism, so let's just put it here. The gays and everything lumped into that is here. Your normal heterosexuals are all the way up here. It's like you're going to jump into a pool, but the pool is so small.
Sorry, I do completely agree, but just the fucking heterosexualism is just funny. Like it's a religion.
But yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's a very
Yeah,
small
essentially,
thing, but
like
people.
they're the trans community are a very oppressed community who a lot of them can barely get the necessary treatment or the medication that they require to feel more like the person they want to be. And we advise a lot of people, fucking take care of yourself, take care of your health, and then maybe one day you'll be able to look at your life and go, I've worked hard to be here. But like, we've got a lot of the privileges. Most of us live in a first world country where, well, we don't have to worry about fucking necessities. Some of us may have to worry about some bills. Maybe it's going to be a bit tight this month.
All my
But
OnlyFans subscriptions, what am I going to do?
but fundamentally, we're all in a very privileged position. So why are we spitting on the people who are already getting spat on anyways,
It's like because every decade some people need an agenda. So obviously they can't use COVID anymore, but the early 2020s agenda was COVID.
Use the vaccine.
You can't use the vaccine, so what else can you turn to? Well, here's a group that hasn't been targeted before: trans people and drag queens.
Yeah.
So it's just going to happen. And then you're going to go, it's not going to happen. Throughout history, it's happened. Like, the biggest example, of course, is the fact that Mr. Funny Mustache Man had a massive agenda. He couldn't get people on his side, so he just went, guys, what do we hate? Jews! Yeah! That's how we won. Like, it's just all about, they're trying to get, they don't give a shit. Rishi Sunak, he does not give a shit about trans people. Let's be honest. He does not give a shit about you. He does not care what you eat, what you sleep, what you drink.
It's simply about weaponizing a certain group of people who will go, yeah, he's fucking said this. It's all about gaining support. I mean, it's just politicking, really. It's I'm going to gain support by saying this one thing that may be controversial, or alternative. It's like a lot of people will just decide, fuck it. Can't beat them, join them, and then they make money. Some people do have a right-wing following. Do they necessarily think their fan base is fantastic? Probably not. A lot of left-wing fan bases probably like, Jesus Christ. So simply saying, just avoid the extremes. But yeah, we probably talked about this way too much.
Yeah, I just want to leave you I just want to leave you on something. It's like I was watching the Barney documentary last year or early this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a very interesting documentary. Neo-Nazis. And I'm like, wait, what? This is a Barney documentary. Why the fuck are neo-Nazis mentioned here? I'm like, what? You were going this way, and then you just went,
yeah, essentially, you're allowed to have your own opinion. We are all individuals. You're allowed to have your own opinion.
Like, look at this.
I think a lot of people's own opinions. I just think a lot of it can be very misguided. Imagine if instead of saying, I hate this group of people, you go, I'm going to campaign for an issue I strongly believe in. In this world full of negative shit, we all tend to kind of buckle down on all of the worst parts. A lot of us are very negative on most occasions, but I think it would just be a whole lot nicer if we all just started to be a whole lot more positive about things. It's a hard time in the world right now. There's a cost of living crisis. Wars are breaking out across the fucking world, it's not a very good time. But, we just came out of a massive fucking pandemic. We fought our way out of a pandemic, we fought out a way of a fucking... we'll get through this cost of living crisis. We'll get out of this massive, global economic fucking crash. But it's not imagine if we turned all the negatives and at least tried to spin a positive from a lot of this stuff.
I will give you a great example. And people are going to go, you're bringing wrestling into this. I'm not. Just giving you an example. Some people, like Shawn Michaels with hair, look at these luxurious hair. Some people love long hair Shawn. And my friend Dion makes fun of me and he goes, you have a bald fetish. And I go, yes, I do. But where I differ is I love fucking old man, I'm taking a paycheck, fucking Saudi Shawn. So I just want people to be like me. If you have an opinion, stick with your opinion. But if you're having a wrong opinion, maybe find a group of people and go with them. Don't don't suck up to the big politicians. They don't, like the Donald Trump fans. He does not care about you. He
Yeah,
might have a small percentage of caring about you,
he
but like
doesn't
you
at
look,
all.
he does not. Same with Richie Sunak. Same with Boris. Well, Boris Johnson, I don't know. He seems like a fun
No,
guy in a
no,
pub,
no, no. Come on now.
but he does not. He does not care about you. None of these politicians care about you. The only one president that will probably care about you is the president of Ireland, because he's a lovely old man, and he's probably the only person who will
Even
ever
he
care for
doesn't give a
you.
shit.
Yeah, but he has dogs, so like you can't really like he's like
Sound.
he's gonna speak. He's gonna speak an opinion.
Yeah, but just like
like,
every politician has a favorite local football team, and they have a favorite, their lovely little family with 2 dogs. You know, it's just like it's okay to stand on your own 2 feet, right? It's okay to, yes, you don't want to be the only person standing there. It's fucking cold. It's cold out there on your own. But simply saying, you know, you can find people who think the same stuff as you. But I implore you to do something positive out of it, rather than just deciding to keep like, why are you constantly reaching down when you could like reach upwards? Your back's fucking hurting, so you're like, oh bloody hell, these fucking bastards. You know, you could just go, I want something better.
yeah, but let's move on because you'll have probably clicked on already.
Yeah,
Just
people
remember,
had
don't
enough.
be an asshole. Just try and be nice. If you take anything from this, and if you're still watching, just try and be a nice person. If you want to do something nice, volunteer for a charity. You know,
Yeah.
like me and Ash, me and Ash are going to do Movember. I think I will have a shave on Halloween night.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
that.
that.
Like,
Oh god, the amount of Christmas videos that are going to be recorded with a dodgy tash.
um, like just remember, don't be an asshole. And if you're gonna be an asshole in our comment section, you can be an asshole as long as you like. We're not gonna listen because I'd rather you go on your little rant. Again, if Johnny comments on this video, you know, a little small man who has a tiny bollocks and a tiny cock. You know, if he's gonna have his little rant about why trans people are hurting people in the community, you know, very sad man, very sad man, very sad. Lonely man does nothing in his life. If he's going to go on a little trans rant, he can do that in the comment section. He can have his little cry. He can have his little moan. I don't care. I will gladly let him comment. I will gladly let him have his point. We will delete his comment, but we will thank him for the engagement. So
Exactly.
have your little rant about why politicians actually care about you. See if they do. They probably don't. Have your little cry. You little small man.
Yeah, I suppose fundamentally, all we really want is we want people to be happy. That's the simple principle. I want to be happy. I want P to be happy. I want all my friends and family to be happy. I want everybody to fundamentally be happy. Do what you makes me happy. You know, maybe if setting someone on fire makes you happy, you know, maybe downsize that a bit. Maybe a doll first, you know.
I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't use that comparison. You know, considering
Never
you
me.
know,
Never me, of course.
yeah, someone in my family. Ash, yeah.
But simply saying, we believe that the way to live life is to try and be happy. So fundamentally, maybe try to spread a bit more positivity than hate. Because ultimately, it's very easy to hate something, but it's very hard to truly love something. So, you know, one takes a lot more work, and one you can just go, the bloody issue with these fuckers. It's like, you're not helping anyone here. But yeah, there we are. Not sure how long this video's been, with how much that rant is. If you're still here, thank you. If you're not, fair enough.
Did the trans people scare you? Did they?
Alright, so next up we have Leighton and Nikita doing the Cha-Cha-Cha to $1 Million Bill by Whitney Houston. This one was also, once again, a very strong dance. Leighton and Nikita, fundamentally very strong, a great technical dancing ability, and they just have an attitude of, fuck you, we're winning. Which is absolutely tremendous to see. I do get worried that they're gonna have a bit of I'm not saying, I could easily imagine them 1 week where, you know, they do something, they're very proud, and then the judges be a bit of a dick because they're, oh, you're just too overconfident. Yeah, you need to be humbled, and then, you know, maybe they'll be in a bottom 2 at some point, But, you know, ultimately they'll still get very far in the competition because they are just very strong dancers. But yeah, like, because it does happen on the show where sometimes the dancers do just get, like, you do just get given shit. Like, we actually think we think you're arrogant, and we don't like that, so fuck you. It's like, that's not really the whole point, lads. But yeah, I still think that Leighton and Nikita really should bring in more story to their dances. Because their dances are just like, sparkle, 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 split, split, whoa! And it's like, yeah, that's great, but, you know, do something remarkable, you know.
Obviously, I can see Leighton, obviously, he probably doesn't give a shit, but I can see him getting a lot of hate because he's, again, going back to our point, he's very not the heterosexual man.
A very openly gay man.
Yes, he doesn't fit the norm. Because obviously there is normies how people view how life should be. Like a man should date a woman, then have kids, get a 9 to 5, and then. But obviously Leighton doesn't fit that mold, and I obviously can see people tuning off strictly simply because they're giving him a platform in quotations, and it'll confuse the kids. Even though the kids are like, is Thomas the Tank Engine actually a train, or is he just a man dressed up? Like, the child doesn't give a shit. Like, let's be honest. The child cares about, Mom, I've shit my pants again. Can you help? Like, that's what the child cares about. So I can see why people would tune off. But I personally love Leighton. As I said to Ash, he had a shirt on that I would love to rock. But I have a big belly. So, like, I would look like, just for a wrestling reference for, like, the one person out there, I'd look like the Blue Meanie. Like, I'd have a crop top on. Big boobies would be hanging out. You know, you'd be seeing my moves. You'd get hit in the face, and you'd be like, oh, fuck, help. So, yeah. That's basically what I want to say. I give it a 10. It deserved a 10. He gets an extra point because he has a lovely cardigan, lovely dress on.
I suppose there was also a really good dance in the. Obviously, we missed a lot of the pre-show to the what the fuck am I trying to say?
The interlude to.
The interlude for the vote off show. That was actually a really cool dance that I do just want to briefly go, but it felt like it was a very gay crush type dance. It was a very like passionate dance between two other professional dancers, you know. And it was just really like intense but very cool, like, you know, we are embracing a bit more of gay culture. And we still have a long way to go, of course. You know, we still have so much to go. But it's just time to be happy of the amount of, like, how far we've come in such a short amount of time.
Like something I want to say.
20 odd years ago was the first gay kiss on Coronation Street, I believe. And that was in 2004. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know.
Something again that makes me so proud is, again, there's a gay wrestler. He's called Anthony Bowens, and he has this gimmick where it's called Scissor Me Daddy Ass. And I love it so much because he got a lesbian term scissoring over with a crowd who are probably, majority of them, straight. And you have these just wrestling fans going up to each other going, "Scissor me, fan!" And I'm like, yes, this is why I love the gays. A fucking gay man got this over, and I love it. I just love anything like that. Like, yes. It's so funny to me. Where you're like, "Scissor me!" Always gay. "Scissor me!" Like, oh.
Yeah, wow. It was a very beautiful performance from the stuff I saw. It was like, it's just very intimate. And like I said, I'm always very happy to see fucking hell. Alright, Kevin on Twitter says, "Oh my god, two men dancing together. It's so sexual. My poor kids. Oh, cock the hell off. There was no sex. It's dance, it's art, it's expression. Some folk act like they just snorted poppers and had a gangbang live on air. I would want an invite." Perfectly just said. Like, who the fuck cares? But I don't know, it's very nice to, like I said, it's really nice to see. It's nice to see the progress. And that's just something I want to paint a picture of, because ultimately a lot of us are in very privileged positions. A lot of stuff comes naturally, and a lot of stuff comes with a lot of ease. So to see the progress that is being made for gay rights, for stuff like this, like, it brings a lot of joy to my heart, because ultimately we're all people. No matter who we want to be with, no matter what we want to do, we're all people. So fundamentally, we should be able to cheer on, a progress. So that actually got quite wholesome, really. It was just a really sweet dance. It was really lovely to see on like national TV, going out to hopefully millions. This fucking beautiful dance about a gay crush. Like, man alive, we need it. It's wholesome.
Like, again, a quote that I take from a rapist is, as Vince McMahon once said, life sucks and then you die. So my point is, you're spending the majority of your life hating someone, to where hopefully how I view God, if he's a real person, how I view, he will look at you when you die and he will say to your face, you were a fucking idiot on this earth. You wasted your time spreading hate when you could be a nice person spreading joy. That's how I view it. I know we're going to say that's controversial, but I don't care.
Yeah.
You still there, Ash?
Yeah, just a bit roboty.
Yeah, I know. You're like stuck on my screen like that.
Yeah, we will work through the pain. Oh, there we are, back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but essentially that dance as well is very good, and Leighton and Nikita's like dancing as well. It's like it's just, we're making progress in so many different ways. Appreciate what we're doing, appreciate what we're seeing, because it's okay to appreciate something that's happened. I'd rather appreciate something that happened at the time rather than like have to look back in 10 years and be like, whoa, you see this shit? This was amazing ahead of the time. But there's all the space for it. Obviously, yes. I wrote Leighton is by far the most technically sound dancer here, and he did a he did a jump into the splits, which absolutely phenomenal stuff. Anybody else see the anybody else remember the there was a big compilation of people who would like fall over, but it would like cut to like a dancer like doing the splits and like bouncing, So like people would like fall over and then it would just like go to someone dancing as they like hit the fucking splits, and they're like, it's great stuff. Anybody knows what I'm talking about.
I tried to hit the splits, but it fucking hurts.
I want to do the splits at some point. I'm not practicing, like I've only just started being active so far. But
Christmas 2024, let's fucking go.
I'd like to be flexible. I want to feel like I'm 23, not feel like I'm fucking 40. With how lazy and inactive I am.
See, when a woman shags me, I want her to go, I have a very flexible husband, and not, he is very bland. To quote Miro, I have a flexible wife, so I want people to go, yeah, he's a flexible man. I want to be like the guy from Fantastic Four, where he's just long and stretchy. I want to be like him.
Exactly.
And not stiff.
I gave it a 10, Leighton and Nikita's dance. And it got a 37 from the judges, and let's just disregard the Eddie and Katie stuff. This was the rightful first 10 of the series, as I very easily predicted in the start of the show. What do you think of the Leighton and Nikita dance?
I loved it. It's passionate. I like people when they're passionate about things they like. Like, it's nice to hear unless you're hateful, but I like when people are passionate about things. Like,
yeah,
like something that brings me joy is like whenever I message our good friend Slater, and they're like, I got a new Lego set, and I'm like, oh, tell me, because I know they're very passionate. So like that's how I feel about Leighton and Nikita. It's like,
it's the best. It's so good to see people when they're genuinely like enthused. Like, yeah, did you fucking see this?
It's like whenever I go to Ash, look, Ash, there's a new figure coming out. Look, and Ash, yeah. I understand.
But like, you don't even need to do much. You just have to sit there and be like, wow. It's
like, it brings me joy, because I do hate people in the comments going, well, he's clearly autistic, and I'm like, oh my god, people can be joyous about things. Why are we making everything hateful? Like, why? What? This simple video of a guy opening his present, very happy to see trains, whatever it is. That guy who loves
I mean, it
trains.
is trains. I'm not saying that's on the bingo card, but that's on the bingo card. Managed to avoid that one though. Whew. I just like soaps instead. Who the fuck won that battle? Probably not me.
Like the famous guy who likes trains. Like, why do people get mad at him? He's so excited about seeing trains. I wish I could be that excited about seeing trains.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I could be that excited about things.
I wish I could be that excited when the fucking Lewis pulls up and I'm like, oh, Ave Maria.
Yeah, but you know, people like to control things that they can't really manage themselves.
How dare you? How dare you be expressive about this thing that you like?
But yeah,
fuck
me. This is already an hour long. Let's get through this fucking thing.
And then we have a horror film to watch.
Next, we have Krishnan, Guru Murphy, and Lauren. They're dancing the Paso Doble to, by the Hot Chili Peppers, or the Red Hot Chili Peppers, rather. Buying a band. Had a mate who loved the Hot Chili Peppers, said they were going to get a chili pepper tattooed on their ass. And I went, all right. All right. Bit weird like, but, you know, spicy ass. Probably not the message you want to be spreading out there, you know? But yes, the Paso Doble is probably the best dance for Krishnan because he just gets the... I'm not saying he's wooden as fuck, but he is a very stiff man. And that's fine. He sits in a chair for a living and delivers fucking terrible news. That's fine. He is stiff. But this is where the Paso Doble is perfect for him. Because, you know, last week he fully discovered what it's like to actually perform. You know, the other weeks he's done the routine that he practiced, but he wasn't really performing. He didn't really understand it. But, you know, last week he got to be stern, he got to be very, stoic. And he truly felt it. He truly felt that he was in his element. And it happened again this week. Because last week seemingly built a lot of confidence in Krishnan. And now he is genuinely performing, and he is putting everything he can into it. And, you know, sometimes when you do something, you don't always have the... You don't always fully realize what it is you're doing. Like, let's say us at the start of the fucking podcast. We didn't really know what we were doing. We were just kind of plodding. But at least now we somewhat know all the beats we want to hit, you know, where it's going, joke, you know, carry on. Like,
bingo card.
Exactly. You know where it needs to go. You need to know what beats it needs to hit, etc. And then Krishnan is much faster, he's much quicker, and he actually, for the first time, he looked like he was supposed to be there. So the Paso Doble was very strong. I gave it a 7. What did you give it?
I gave it a 5. It was very good, but, you know, my rankings are off this week because I didn't want to really sit down and fucking...
What do you mean? They're just like normal, mate.
They're
the exact same as normal. There's no difference. Yeah, it's great dance. 4 out of 10. What? as the brain catches up to the mouth. It got a 28 from the judges. Next up, we have Big Sexy Nigel Harmon and Katia doing a salsa to Suavemente. I don't know if I got that right or wrote it down right, but it was by Elvis Crespo. No idea. I went quite a sexy dancer, very well executed. I said second best dance of the night and really well performed. You can see that Nigel is trying to polish up his fundamentals. He's clearly been putting up a lot of effort to get through the footwork, you know. He's like, because obviously it was a big criticism of him in the past. Like, you're very good and you're very good at performing and very good at doing the story, but you need to sharpen up the footwork. You need to make sure that you hit your beats at the perfect timing. And, you know, he didn't need to rely on it being a big story dance to show off how strong a dance it was, which is a big positive sign. Because ultimately, you know, a lot of people do fall back on their, calling cards. Obviously, Nikita and Leighton let's fucking dance really well. But obviously, their major downfall is they haven't really done much of a story dance yet. They did one last week with the Grease one, but other than that, like, you know, it's just we dance good, guys. It's like, yeah, but what are you telling us with a dance? We dance good. It's like, yeah, but we need a bit more though. You know, we need something else. You need to blend in all of the parts of the performance. And that's where some people are getting better than Leighton and Nikita. Because as much as they are probably the most technically sound, like, dancers, they aren't necessarily the best performers on the show, you know? Other dancers are working on different parts of their act, and they're getting much better at different things. Like,
Yeah.
would I say Angela Rippon is not a better dancer than Leighton and Nikita.
No.
But, you know, Angela can fucking draw you in and make you watch every single second and be like, holy fuck, she's amazing. And, you know, you see Leighton, you're like, yeah, they're really good, but it's not like, it's not necessarily, it's good in the sense that it's captivating, but it's also not fully there just yet. It's not fully realized. The potential is there. We just need to keep working towards it. That was a roundabout way to say that Nigel's was good. Completely unrelated. Fuck you. I gave an 8 out of 10. It got a 33 from the judges. Once again, it's after the fucking Batman incident where he had to dress up as a weird campy Adam West, I'm glad that he's back to a much more reserved type dance, because that also acts to his strengths, rather than making him do some weird, like, not entertaining for anybody campy Adam West Batman dance. That's just not. If you say, Nigel's gonna be Batman, you're like, oh, yeah, fucking Dark Knight Batman. Yeah, dark, sexy dance between Batman and Catwoman. Yeah, like, it's intense, like, fucking love affair. Oh, no, Adam West Batman. Fucking hell. What did you give Nigel's dance, Piggy?
Good dance. Give it a 7 out of 10.
Fuck's sake. Get your eyes on display. Fucking hell.
I've seen how long you know it is.
Well, I just knew. I'm just like, is Piggy 5 years old in the corner? You can't see my eyes. What do you want from me? Piggy, stop it. Stop it. You know. Well, you want to put them over your eyes? You put them over your eyes, all right? You're a grown man. You can do what you want. Next up, we have Angela Scanlon and Carlos doing a Viennese waltz to You Are the Reason by Callum Scott and everybody's favourite X Factor winner, Leona Lewis. Keep bleeding. Banger. Hardly know her. There we are. This one was a much more serious number for Angela, and it was a great change from the very high energy, like fast footwork type thing. Angela is a well-rounded performer, a good dancer, and she's been doing a lot more of like the Charleston, like the quick step, you know, a lot of these very more footwork heavy dances, and obviously all dances are fucking footwork heavy, let's be honest, but ultimately she got to do a bit more of an emotional display here. It was very elegant, it was very graceful, and is what you want from a Viennese waltz. I gave it, I said, very strong, very flowing, lovely story aspect to it. 7 out of 10 from me, 28 from the judges. What did you give it, Piggy?
Give it a 6 out of 10. It was a good dance. It showed off leg work. You know, she was just good. You know, that's all. That's all I want.
Piggy doesn't even know who we're talking about.
No. I'm kind of just stuck in the corner. I'm that high friend trying to get in the debate.
Yeah. Yes, but have you thought about the neoliberal politics in the situation? Where? There's no fucking clue. Next up we have Zara and Graziano. They're doing a waltz to You Don't Have to Say You Love Me by Brenda Lee. This one was a star-making performance by Zara. Like, the way they dressed her up, she was so elegant. She looked like a fucking, like, 60s film star with, like, the makeup, the fucking hair, like... Oh, it was absolutely stunning, the way she looked in this one. And this meant that now that she has a lot more confidence and she's now believes in herself a lot more, you can tell that she's actually kind of realized, like, yeah, I am good. I'm good. I'm actually good. You know, in a waltz, you know, it's a very, like, fucking, like, holding around and, like, but, you know, extending the limbs, like, long legs, long arms, like, full extensions. Like, really fucking good. And her long frame is very good for a waltz. I went, like, it's everything long and extended. And she also managed to do a really good job of the story with this one, you know. It's clearly a very intense but passionate kind of affair. And the lifts were actually really good. The lifts were fantastic in this one. I thought it was really good. I gave her an 8.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you said. It was the lifts were. I can't do this with a straight face. Just the way he's staring at me. Just can't. Not many people make me break character. For fucking Ash does the way just.
What character?
Go,
what fucking... You,
well, my take.
You're you. You're you in... There's no... This isn't a This isn't an act. You're just you, mate. You're just you.
I'm actually a very depressed person, you know. I'm not actually this upbeat and happy. But not many people make me break, like, what I'm trying to say. But fucking Ash, whenever he's just... Go on. Go on, what are you saying? What are you saying? Go on, you fucking child. Go on.
What do you think?
It's like that mom who's very, like, angry at you. But...
Tell the class. I actually think that it was quite bad. Boo! Fucking get out of here, fucking hell.
Cancel.
All the bags are thrown at you. But yeah, where?
It was a good dance. It was a very good dance. That's all I've been saying for the past hour. It's like I'm a robot.
You've been saying that the exact same way, the exact same cadence, the same fucking time. They got a 28 from the judges, her best score yet. And, you know, once again, we are separating the elite from the mid, and a lot of people are steadily improving, and that's a really positive sign for the competition. Now we have Angela Rippon and Kai. Fucking hell, he's got a fancy second name. They're doing a rumba to Rise Like Phoenix, don't you? I don't know any of the other words, but, you know, they dance to Rise Like a Phoenix. A very serious rumba. Man alive, Kai's... I'm not sure if it was like an icebreaker. He just went, all right, Angela, you know, you're fairly old. What can you do? Well, I'm a bit flexible, me. And he goes, yes. Yeah, every single time you lift that fucking leg, you extend that motherfucker. You get that leg as straight as you can. And honestly, I love how... I just think that her and Kai are the perfect partnership. Because he truly realizes, I am secondary here. I need to do everything I can to set up Angela to take up as much of the spotlight as she possibly can. And they show this so much with her, like, the final stage of her dance is her by herself, pretty much just doing, like, fucking, whoa, like, yeah, yes. Like, if there were flowers in the audience, take my flower, Angela. Oh, it's amazing. It's just really, really good. Like, she's 79 years old. She's 79. I'm gonna be dead at 50 and I'm gonna be less fucking active than her at 79. How the fuck does she keep pulling it off? All the expectations are here and she's like, well, bloody hell, just gonna do up here. It's like, fucking hell. Why? Why are you so good? I gave it an 8. It got a 31 from the judges. Yeah, that was fucking hell. She's so good. It's unreasonable.
Gets a 9 from me.
Yeah, go on. Why 9? Go on, Peggy.
Good dancer. Lift that leg very high. Not many people can lift that leg very high, but she can. So that's why she gets a 9. She did rise like a phoenix. And my boxer briefs went up like a phoenix and then went down.
Well, it wasn't that good, mate. Well, I'm just going to listen to Rise Like a Phoenix.
Rise like a phoenix.
But yeah, just Angela is very strong. So, like, I'm just amazed every single time that she manages to just impress. Like, she knows the expectations and she delivers on it every single time. Next up, we have Adam, Thomas, and Luba. They're doing a waltz to I Wonder Why by Curtis Stiggers.
Ash. Don't say his last name.
This one played to Adam's strengths in particular. When you look at Adam, you kind of expect, like, you should probably be a very strong ballroom dancer, you know. Like, he's got that boundless energy, but he doesn't really know how to carry it in the way that you would expect him to, you know. Like, his footwork's not very polished right now. Like, he still needs to work on a lot of these very... Like, it's hard to be explosive. Like, it's really fucking hard. Like, back in the day, I was a bit of a sprinter. And like the exercises you do as a sprinter, like these very like explosive movements, like, oh yeah, all right, so do a squat and then you jump into another squat about a meter ahead of you, and you're like, what the fuck is this? It's fucking hard to be explosive. You have to like activate the right fucking muscles at the right time. You have to be like big and bold. Sorry, I'm just putting more Rise Like Phoenix on. Don't mind me. And you know, Adam is a very tall, very like well-proportioned man. Sounds weird when you say it like that, but it's I'm a judge, motherfuckers. Pay attention. Bit campy for me. This was a. They also managed to work on the story a lot more. This was a lot more of a romantic dance. And these are Adam's strengths. Because you put him in a suit, he's this fucking suave, distinguished, like, gentleman. You're like, oh, you know, I'd let him fucking whisk me away. You know? Oh. And yeah, he's just a ballroom dancer. That's who he's supposed to be. It's what we expected him. He started to polish up his footwork as well. It's much better. And I just went, please don't make him do any fast stuff again. Let him do the fucking waltz. Let him do a fucking... Let him do... I don't know, a jive. I don't remember what the slow dances are. Even... He did a paso doble, which was kind of mid. But, you know, just let him do the slower ballroom stuff. It's perfect. I gave him a 7, and it got 32 from the judges. What did you give it, Piggy?
Now, I might be confusing him for another song, but and I wonder why. Was that the song that was used in the Kanye song? And I wonder why.
Don't know, mate.
Come on. I might be thinking of a completely different song. Because how I remember the song I remember goes, and I wonder. And then obviously Kanye jumps in.
Don't know.
But yeah, I'm probably talking to a wall about this. Hello wall, how are you wall? But yeah, it was, you know, he was good. He was very good. Not a good dancer. He doesn't get my good dancer. You know, he's now doing that. So yeah, he was just good. What'd you give him again?
Fuck's sake, I gave him a 7.
Oh yeah. I was thinking, do I give him a 5 or not? But I give him a 4.
Yeah, well, he was better than I thought, but, you know, ultimately, Piggy's rankings are prone to change. You'll never know what Piggy will give him at the time. Could be a 10, could be a 3, could be the best dance of the night, and 4 out of 10. Great dance. Fantastic. Amazing dance. Really good. 3. Sorry? And next up, we have the final dance of the Saturday evening, that being Bobby Brazier and Dan Buswell's Tango to Fashion by David Bowie.
I thought it was Bowie.
Bowie, I don't know.
All right.
Wow.
Just the way you say it, it's just like saying Bowie.
David fucking Bowie.
It's like you're saying Barry. You're trying to say Barry.
Look, I've got an accent too. You know, I'm allowed to say things weird. Obviously, this dance. Basically, the one thing I noticed as Bobby's best asset is he's a lanky little fucker. He's huge. And then when he gets to do... he's caked up. And when he gets to do these slower dances, well, motherfucker looks about 7'3" when he stood like this. He looks incredible on the fucking dance floor when he's able to show off the fucking long-ass arms, the long legs. Like, this is perfect. As I said before, that's why Eddie is kind of mid when he does the ballroom stuff. Because when Eddie does this, despite being a fucking fairly sizable man, when he's doing the ballroom, he's like, nyeh. But when fucking Bobby does it, like, yes, here I am. It's fantastic. The one thing that slightly took away from the dance is I'm not even sure I could see him counting the steps in his fucking he's 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1. I'm like, fuck. Like, it fits the dance, but fuck me. A dance where not much happened, but they captured the serious tone. Bobby went through this with a strong personality and a lot of charisma. I gave it a 7, the judges gave it a 30, and what did you give it, Piggy?
1 second, I got pinged. The fuck pinged me? Who fucking pinged me in the last media wiki?
Fucking hell.
Sorry, someone pinged me. I was like, what the fuck am I pinged? I don't like being pinged randomly. Some guy just pinged me and went, actually, it's not the morning anymore, it's the afternoon. And I'm like, oh, I fucking sent this at 6 o'clock. Fucking off, mate.
Who the fuck cares, big man?
Bobby is a great dancer. Giving him an 8 out of 10. The ping gave him an extra point. He's the one who pinged me. He told me to give him a good point.
The only thing more impressive is the fact that Piggy still manages to sit here, watches the fucking Strictly, and then just goes, "Yeah, it's alright." Like, I couldn't be doing it, mate. I couldn't be doing it in your shoes. I'm getting all wanky with it. I'm waxing philosophical, just like, yeah. Well, see, the thing about that dance is actually a wonderful tale about the oppression of the gay man in the 1980s society. And then Piggy's like, yeah.
Ash to me is like, so this dance depicts the Great Depression from America in the 1930s. The way he plays George from Of Mice and Men is just epic. It really shows how society has evolved. He was an oppressed black man and now he's a strong comedian. So Piggy, your thoughts? A funny man did funny dance. Uh-huh.
It's a part of the charm, though. It's part of the charm. I just
love it. Like,
I love I love the contrast where it's like, wow, just great frame, fantastic story, beautiful, wrapped it all in, fantastic performer. Yeah, it was pretty good. 5 out of 10.
Now it's time to get to the Sunday show, and hopefully we're watching a horror movie afterwards. That's why I'm excited. I'm fucking That's gonna be like
Texas fucking Chainsaw. I mean, that's why I'm excited. Fucking hell. Been a long while, but yes, the dance off, of course, it's episode 5 and we didn't do one yesterday, so ultimately we'll do it today.
It's
5.1. We watched it's 5.1. Excuse me, fucking hell. Oh. Right, so the obvious candidates for who were fucking hell, how dare you do something like that?
Oh, you heard that? Oh shit, sorry, I tried to do it away from the mic. Yeah.
I'm also just like some burping all the fucking time.
Obviously, the dance-off candidates on this fucking podcast.
The dance-off candidates, the worst dances of the episodes were obviously Jodie's weird tango that his hips are just, they ain't working anymore. And obviously Eddie's American Smooth, a lot of dissonance between the dancers. They just weren't good at all. Like, and we're beyond the point where it's week 5. It's week 4 of the actual dancing. But at this point, you've eliminated the fucking worst. You've eliminated the fucking scum at the bottom, the shit ones. They're gone. But now, for just having a bad day, now you can be fucking eliminated. Because, you know, fucking Les is gone, Nikita's gone. Nikita Kanda. Who else is gone? They're the only 2 that have been eliminated so far.
Oh, there's been one eliminated last week, but I've no idea who they are. Unless Nikita was the one eliminated last week, was she?
I think she was.
Then who was eliminated the week before her?
Yeah, because obviously the first 2 weeks were combined into one. The second week was the first elimination. That was Les. Then it was... Fucking hell. Let's just...
See, guys, the way like Ash remembers this reminds me of the Great Depression. You know, in the 1930s, when people were oppressed. You know, it's just a scientific thing to look at. Look in the mind of an autistic man. I don't know, as a child. You look into that mind. You see symbols. You see greatness.
Yeah, it was movie night. Nikita went. There we are. Found it. Lovely. There we are. Good, nice filler, Piggy. Nailed it. But yeah, so obviously the main 2, the least interesting and the worst ones were obviously Jody and Javita and Eddie and Karen. Obviously, they're both doing the dances they did in the same night, I assume, because they wouldn't get the chance to do all the costume and the makeup. I thought they got to make a choice sometimes, but I don't know.
I just think because we to get all physical about this, we live in a society where people actually have short attention spans, so they wouldn't remember last week's dance. So that's why people do the dances from this week, because of TikTok and Instaface and Bookgram. Just letting you know that's why people have short attention spans.
That last one's a good one. Bookgram. Oh. Rollio. Fucking Bobby's on that one. Jody and Javita, obviously they did the same, like, tango, the little weird beach. Man, Jody fucked it completely. He had a meltdown halfway through, like, so, like, he lost his timing, so it was slightly off. They were supposed to do a lift, but, like, Javita just went, fuck this, and just went, way. Like, they recovered it quite well, but you could tell that the nerves had gotten to Jody. Like, his confidence was done in because he did a shit job before. Like, you could tell he was gone, he was slow, he was out of time, he missed a lot of steps, and they did the best to make up for it, but ultimately, yeah, Jody, the second that dance ends, he's saying his goodbyes, basically. He's just like, well, what's for tea? I'm fucking hungry. Any extra thoughts on the Jody?
Mate, he fucked it. He fucked it completely.
Yes,
that's all I have to say. Like, he fucking
flubbed it.
No. See, this is where I differ. If it's Bobby Brazier who fucks up, understandable, because you know everything he does is pre-taped, like, because EastEnders.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the EastEnders isn't live every week, because that would be a fucking chore and a half to do. But, like, you know what I mean? Bobby's is everything for him is pre-taped. Everything can be reshot over and over again. So if he fucks up, that's understandable. But this guy, Jody, he's an Olympian.
Yeah.
So the pressure's already on you as an Olympian. So I'm not really like, well, guys, give him a break. He's an Olympian. Like, I'm not saying you should be used to this. But if I was standing in his shoes, I'd be shitting myself. Well,
he used to be a swimmer as well. Fucking hell, mate.
Like, the pressure is on you because thousands are already watching you. Like, does that make sense?
That's ridiculous. Sorry, no, that's just, like, fair play. He's fucking won silver. Did he ever win a gold? He's won multiple world titles. Raise the belt.
Has he defended them?
Yeah, he's won a gold He's won several golds. Fair play.
But yeah,
even won golds in swimming, which is that's fucking mental though. Usually when you do one sport, that's kind of your life. But once you go, let's stop doing this now. Like, how has he done that? Mental. Fair play to him, but he did flub his lines. The pressure got to him, and ultimately he had a very mid performance. And the final dance obviously was Eddie and Karen, where essentially it's more of the same. I really dislike the slow parts of Eddie. Like, the slow parts of him, they're just not worth watching at all. Like, it's wasting everybody's time. Because he clearly doesn't understand what you're supposed to do. But, you know, when he gets to the faster stuff, he's a bit better. But ultimately, like, I just went, there's no world that Eddie actually goes out. But this dance is not his strong suit.
Yeah.
And obviously, Jody went out. And yeah, there we are. Jody's out of the competition. Like I said, pressure got to him. Pressure gets to us all. We're all human. Please don't make Eddie do any fucking ballroom dances, please. Like, it's clearly not his strong suit, and I don't want to see it. I've had enough. I don't know if he's actually done many ballroom like dances so far. But please don't. Please just keep Eddie out of it. Because let him use his hips. Let him fucking be explosive and powerful and energetic. Don't fucking make him do something like this. Like, quick step, grand. Cha-cha-cha, grand. Again, good stuff. What did he do last week? Couple choice, that was the Men in Black one. Sound, great. Energetic, great stuff. The fucking American Smooth. That ain't it, Chief. He doesn't have the personality to carry that sort of dance. And hopefully... And one thing that's been interesting that I haven't actually kind of thought about so far, but I usually think maybe it's just because I don't remember a lot of... Like, I didn't watch a lot of... When I used to watch Strictly, I didn't always watch Strictly to, like, see everyone. I would just have the select people that I liked. I would only really watch the dance off once everybody had gone, so I didn't really care about a lot of the dances. I wasn't sure that the judge's choice were always like this fucking one-sided. It feels like every time the worst dancer has gone. Like, there's just, like, undisputedly, nobody votes for the other person. You are the worst. So I just think that's been pretty cool to see, honestly. There we are. Anything else, Piggy?
No. This has been a fun video, to say the least. I hope everyone's Monday is going well. If this comes out on Monday morning, and I think we should outro this now.
Yeah. So there we are. Another episode of Strictly Speaking, the Strictly Come Dancing podcast that you voted for, and the Strictly Come podcast, which is a day late or 2 days late. But ultimately, you know, trying to build up confidence, trying to do some other things, you know, all should make for better videos and better time. Because if I'm feeling better, Piggy's feeling better, the videos will come out better. I'm not going to be as tired or lazy. Hopefully, it manifests in something like that. I don't just decide to get lazier. But there we are. This was supposed to be a much snappier video. It was supposed to be like 20 minutes and like, yeah, bang, 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 get through it. Half an hour spent talking about the trans issue. And the rest of it, I don't even know what's going on.
I didn't.
That is true. It was me. But ultimately, if you made it this far, thank you, because you got a lot more patience than I do. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to comment, like, and share the video with your friends or enemies. I don't know, do something like that. You go, oh fucking hell! You go to your very hatred friend and go, hey, look at this fucking thing. He says that you're a fucking loser, and they're like, no, I'm not. I fucking hate this podcast. And then the prophecy has been fulfilled. Thank you for watching. I've been Ash from Watching Walford, and I've been joined by Piggy.
Yes, I've been Piggy from Watching Walford. I hope people like my judging skills. I'm not the best. I'm not going to claim I'm the best. But, if you're watching this for someone to be serious, for two serious judges, just know that when I'm not being the serious one, Ash is the serious one.
Exactly.
And he's not the serious one, I'm obviously the serious one. So, that's why I don't...
It's a partnership. It's a duo. You get some of the smooth with the rough. I'm this big, wanky, ridiculous fucking judge, and Piggy's like, yeah, it's alright. Sound. All you need. It's perfect.
That's why I don't think Love Island worked, because we were both being like, we fucking hate this. Please. Whereas strictly, I'm kind of like, I'm looking forward to Saturdays, but mainly because I get to hang out with one of my best friends, and that's all that matters to me. I just like hanging out with my best friend. That's all I like doing. I just like doing this with my best friend. I don't know why I keep saying best friend.
cute.
And I don't know why I keep saying best friend. Like I'm going to fucking assassinate him now.
I would say I'm blushing, but I have been shouting for the last hour and a half. So sorry, mate. It's not you. It's me.
But yeah, I'm Piggy from Watching Walford. If you want to, if you want to just follow us. You don't want to follow us, you don't have to. But if you're here, I want to know where our socials are. You can follow us on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Twitch at Watching Walford. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. And again, if you want to recommend us to a friend or an enemy or Kim Jong-un, gladly. I'd love to. If you're going to recommend it to a world leader or like a prime minister or someone in power, I should record it. I'm Joe Biden's daughter. Have a look at this video, Joe Biden. I'd love to see that. So yeah, we'd see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye bye.